Hi friends, today we're going to practice multiplying with the partial products method. Now to use our partial products method, we have 3 steps and then a 4th step to check. So we're going to start with step 1, break factors into expanded form. Now in this case, we only have one factor that we need to break into expanded form, which is our 2-digit factor. So in order to break 38 into expanded form, I'm going to break it into its parts. So I'm going to break 38 into 30 plus 8. We're actually using the distributive property here as we use our partial products method, which you'll see in a moment. As we move to step 2, we see that step 2 says multiply each part. So I'm going to take my 7 here, my second factor, and I'm going to multiply that 7 by each part of my top factor. So that's where the distributive property comes in. I'm breaking up 38 into its parts to make it easier to multiply. So I like to start with the ones. So the first multiplication sentence I'm going to write is 7 times 8. I'm taking this factor and multiplying it by the ones part of my top factor. So I'm going to do 7 times 8 and I'm going to get 56. And to the best of my ability, I am going to try to line up those digits. My 6 is in the ones place, so I'm going to line it up with the ones in my original problem. My 5 is in the tens place, so I'm going to line it up with the tens. And then I'm going to take 7 and multiply it by my other piece of the top factor. So I'm going to do 7 times 30. And we've learned that in order to multiply a number by a multiple of 10, which 30 is, which is why it's a little bit easier to multiply, all I need to do is look for that base fact, which in this case is going to be 7 times 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. And then I can put the 0 on the end. So again, I'm going to be careful to line up my places. The 2 goes in the hundreds place. The 1 goes in the tens place. So 7 times 3 is 21. And then I put on the 0 to make it 210. Now I am ready for my third and final step, which is going to be to add the products. So I come down here. I'm going to draw a line underneath and a plus sign so I know that I'm adding. And as always, I'm going to start with the ones. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. And 2 plus nothing else is 2. So I get an answer of 38 times 7 is 266. Now, if I come down to this check step, it says to check with an estimate. What that means is I'm going to round my numbers and multiply to make sure that I'm close, to make sure that my answer makes sense. So 38, I think, what 10 is that really close to? That's close to 40. And if I do 40 times 7, which I can do really quickly because I'm going to take that base fact again. It's a multiple of 10. 7 times 4 is 28 with the 0 on the end. And is my answer close to my estimate? Yes, it is. That means I give it a check. And 266 is the product of 38 times 7.